Good morning and welcome to Ed 355 Online. Welcome back to Summer and Dana, and I hope you had a great week off. And welcome to Nikki to our group. So we have 3 of you guys in this session. I'm going to do probably 2 separate videos here in week 1. This first one just to kind of orient you to the course, the syllabus, and things on our Blackboard site. And then I'll also do a separate one, just a quick one, about some of the tasks that you'll have for week 1. So you should be able to see my screen now. And this is going to be our home screen. I will do at least weekly announcements here. It will operate similar to how it did in our previous class for Summer and Dana. So if you come over here to the left-hand column, the first thing I want us to click on is our course contacts. And here is the information for you to reach out to me if you need me. My email address is here, my office phone number, where my office is located if you should ever need to come visit. And if you ever need to come visit, you have direct access to my calendar to make your own appointments. So if you go to this link here, it will take you directly into a site where you can book your appointment on my calendar, and you'll have a place in there where you can just let me know what your reason is for needing to visit. Now, let's go into our syllabus for 355. And I'm not going to read everything to you necessarily, just kind of pick out some important points. Here is, again, my contact information if you should need me. I'm in the office all day, every day, but I do have meetings and classes that I teach on main campus, so if you do need to come see me, please make sure you make an appointment ahead of time. Here is our mission and our course description, and here is a list of our student learning outcomes. So in this class, we're really going to be working on kind of a parallel journey of writing and teaching writing to students in an elementary classroom, but then also us getting to know what the important information is about teaching writing and the writing process and different types of writing. So as we're learning about the details that we need to know as teachers, you'll also be practicing that type of writing as well. So for our course learning outcomes here, you are going to be talking about the writing process and writer's workshop. You're going to be talking about strategies for developing strategic writers, assessing student writing, including providing feedback, different genres of writing as far as identifying them, and then also practicing to write some of them. Also developing a plan for integrating writing across the curriculum, really having writing as a central piece of your instruction regardless of the subject or content area. And then kind of gathering some good supports and strategies so that you can engage students in high quality writing practices. We'll also here in number 6, I forgot to mention, start to include and collaborate on some digital tools that are going to support writing in the classroom. Here is our required textbook, Teaching Writing by Tompkins. It is the 6th edition. Here it is. This is really a good book, guys. I actually used this book in my undergraduate program, but it's obviously been revised and updated. But it is a phenomenal book. Has really great strategies, has sample lessons in it. It walks you through the writing process, types of writing, just very simply, but provides you with enough information that it's really going to benefit you as you begin to teach writing in classrooms. There's not necessarily going to be anything additional to the textbook, but if I do have anything else for you, it'll be uploaded in Blackboard. The attendance policy, this is the adult and online attendance policy. For me, for my expectations that you're logging into Blackboard probably about 3 times a week. One thing that I'm adding different than last time is that if you are logging into Blackboard, and not just once at the very end of the week on Sunday, but if you're trying to be proactive in your week's tasks to do, you will get 5 points per week for attendance. 5 points per 3 sessions you log in. I'm wanting you to log in about 3 times. So it's really going to end up being about 15 points a week, which is going to be 120 points for your 8-week time overall. So I wanted to give you guys credit for attendance, even though we're not meeting face-to-face, you are doing the work. Also for attendance, you are completing a weekly discussion board prompt, and you are submitting assignments that are going to be turned in on time. And so all of that together is going to result in your attendance points. So down here you'll see a breakdown of the grades that you will have for the tasks in this classroom. So your attendance is going to give you a total of 120 points. Our discussion boards, you're going to have 10 points per week. There's one discussion board for every week, and that will be 80 points. Interactive notebook, which I'll go into some detail about here in probably the second video. And there's going to be 20 points per section of that notebook for 100 points total. Your student writing, so that's the writing that you are going to do in the genres that we're going to be learning about. 25 points per writing piece that you do, so 150 points total. The assessment notebook that you'll be creating, again, we'll talk about that later as we get in further to the course, for 50 points. An assessment plan for 100 points. A midterm meeting, which I'll share in just a second, will be 25 points. The digital tools share and collaboration, which I referenced a minute ago, at 25 points. And then the overall interactive notebook and the student plan reflection at the end will be 50 points for a total of 700 points for this course. So this midterm meeting is something that I have not done before, but I really feel like is important for us since we don't get to see each other, but we really end up having some good conversations and discussion boards and emails and good information coming in through your reflections and writing pieces that I would love to organize somewhere around week 4 or 5. Just like a Google Hangout or a Zoom conference call meeting, something to where we can set aside an hour that week and just kind of have a virtual face-to-face conversation and check in how things are going in the course, maybe have something specific that we're going to be talking about. But I really want us to kind of have this midway checkpoint. And I'd love to do it virtually so that, 1, we can build up that practice, but 2, we can also get to know each other than just the words that we're typing on our screen and in our discussion board. So here are the grading scale, traditional, not anything new. Hold on, that's reminding me I have an appointment coming up. All right, so time expectations. This is going to take several hours a week to complete the task in the reading, but it's not anything above and beyond what you're doing it traditionally in online classes. So here again are expectations that come from adult and online. So those are there for you to read, just making sure that we're professional in our interactions. Academic integrity, email policy, ADA statement, and all of that information. There are hyperlinks built in to the adult and online handbooks and information if you should need to access them. I've also included our 10 in-task standards. Those are beginning teacher standards that we are working toward as future teachers, future classroom teachers. All right, so here is what we're really going to be looking for. This is the schedule and assignments that we'll be doing for our course, and I have it broken down by weeks. There we go, down to week 8. And so I include kind of our learning outcomes and what chapters or videos we're going to be working on, and then what your assignments are going to be. So I'm not going to go through all 8 weeks right now. I'm just going to show you that this is here, but I am going to be presenting you a video each Tuesday. So Summer and Dana, I did this on Mondays for you last time for the most part. There were some I might have been a little late on, but I'm going to put these up on Tuesdays for you. So if we're looking at our schedule, just a reminder and an FYI for Nikki, everything is going to be due on Sunday at 11:59 for that week, and then anything can be turned in late. I will always take late work over nothing at all, but anything turned in late after that due date is 2 points off per day late. So, you know, I understand that we are busy at work, we are busy at home, we have family and friend responsibilities for sure. So if push comes to shove and you cannot turn something in on Sunday at 11:59, you can just send me an email and say, I just can't get to it right now, but I'll turn it in on Monday. I understand this is 2 points off, and I understand that sometimes we need a little leeway time. So I understand that. So I'll always take late work, but just let me know if you're in a pinch and you can't get to it. All right, so again, I'll be posting videos Tuesdays to just kind of go through the week's content as a review, and then anything specific to that chapter or those chapters that we may need to talk about. I will also follow up that Tuesday email with a Tuesday Blackboard announcement that really just serves as a to-do list. It will really, in a sense, be the same information that's right here, but sometimes it's nice to have it in another place in an email that comes to you. So that is something that we're going to have provided also. All right, so that is the end of our syllabus. The one thing that I am going to need to get from you guys, which I will send in my Blackboard announcement, I'm assuming that in your school district you guys have a Gmail account. I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard and understand. Because we're going to be working through Google Drive a little bit this time, and so I'm wanting to just I know we need to be using Campbell email, but I, in a sense, need to bypass that for some of our assignments because it's easier to collaborate on writing and documents through our Google accounts. So I will send that information. But this is really just a quick introduction to the course. If we go back to our Blackboard site, anything else, if we go into our weekly content, anything that's in that syllabus broken down by that week will be showing here. So I will be going through this in the next video where we'll talk about week 1. And we also have discussion boards that are going to be connected in this weekly content. They're not showing right now because I have it turned off, so you guys, you're not able to see anything in the course yet. But I will turn that back on so that I can now make a video for you guys for week 1. So just take a few minutes, read through the syllabus, make sure you have the textbook because we are going to use the textbook in its entirety. Because it is a really valuable tool that you will still use as you get into the classroom. So if you have any questions about the syllabus, the timeline, anything that you need as we move forward, please don't ever hesitate to give me a call in the office or send me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions. And I appreciate your time. I will be following this up with a week 1 specific video where we'll talk about what you guys need to do from now until Sunday at 11:59. Thank you so much. Let's have a great class. I'm excited about this one.